Alright kids, on to Quest 3. Quest 3 is going to deal with GarageBand, so it's really important that you learn about the different parts of a drum set. Why? Because on GarageBand, you'll have a chance to play around with the electronic drum set. You're going to be quizzed eventually on the different parts of the drum set, so take a look at this picture in front of you. What you see is a typical drum set. This includes things like cymbals, snare drums, bass drums, and all different sorts of other kinds of drums that you probably have never heard of. Toms and hi-hats and snares and all that kind of fun stuff. So take a few seconds to look at this diagram and try to memorize the parts of the drum set. It's also important to realize how to read music for drum set. Take a look at this on the screen. This is a typical piece of music for a drum set. It looks like a treble clef, except that all of the notes correspond to different types of instruments on the drum set. This can change from drum set to drum set. Really famous drummers have all different sorts of instruments, and beginning drummers have just a few. If you take a look at the top line, all of those notes with the X's correspond to something called the hi-hat. This is a type of cymbal you play in the drum set. All of the quarter notes on the C line, or if you look at the pink arrow, all of those notes correspond to the snare drum. So only the snare drum will play that line. If you look at the green arrow, it's pointing to the bottom space. All of these notes will correspond with your bass drum. So basically, it's like reading 3 different things at a time and playing them all together. It looks complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it really isn't that hard. Before we wrap up this video. During Path 1, you're going to have to deal with the drum machine on GarageBand. This is something a little different than a drum set. In the 80s, electronic instruments started to really come onto the music scene, and one of these things was a drum machine. What you see in front of you is a pad of 12 icons. These icons represent different sounds. All of these sounds are digital, meaning that they are created on a computer. When you tap each square, it's going to create a different sound, like a hand clap or a hi-hat. You can tap these sounds in any rhythm you want, and it creates a rhythm just like a drum set would. Don't forget, as you're recording with the drum set, to watch your measure numbers as well as listen for your beat. You always want to try to maintain a steady beat while you're playing difficult rhythms.